Hollow Vale, Short Stories, The Dawning Shadows of Elderglen. Read by Alexander Paul Burton, written by Alexander Paul Burton. This is the second in a short series of short stories pertaining to the Hollow Vale, part of the Therion cycle, larger body of work. Prologue, The Dream of the Spiral. Isle of Batt, circa 600 Anno Domini. The weight of the scroll lingers in my hands even now, though I have placed it back where it rests, coiled like a serpent in its case of ironwood and brass. Its touch left a strange sensation, neither warm nor cold, but alive, as though the parchment breathed with something ancient, waiting to be unveiled. I had no intention of finding her. I had gone to the Isle of Batt seeking solace, not mystery, in the quiet halls of the monastery. Yet, as is often the case with matters of the world, the finding seemed destined, and it is with tremor in my pen that I now write what has been taken root in my soul. The scroll itself was hidden, tucked within a narrow recess hidden behind the altar where the old pagan stones and Christian carvings met. It was there that I found it, wrapped in faded linen, its edges worn but the ink unmarred. At first glance it appeared to be a simple text, a chronicle of some forgotten time, but as I unrolled it, a peculiar hum filled the air around me. Faint, yet undeniable, like the resonance of a bell tolling from the depths of memory. The words written in an ancient Therianese hand, whispered not only into my eyes, but to something deeper, something I cannot easily name. Now, I have read many scrolls and scriptures in my time as a brother of the order, but I have never felt the text gaze back at me, its meaning alive and shifting like the mist that wraps the isle at dawn. As the light from my candle flickered over its ink, a phrase leapt from the page. Caeli Daran Gamunan, or Chaili Daran Gamunan, in a different pronunciation. Soul spirals through memory. Those words struck me as though the spoken aloud, their weight heavier than the breath of the wind. I could not read further. Something in me recoiled, though not from fear. It was as if the scroll had planted its roots within me, bidding me to understand it not with my eyes, but with my soul. I returned to my cell that evening unsettled. My hands were still trembling, yet though I had closed the scroll, it did not leave me. That night, as sleep claimed me, the dreams began. I was standing in a glade, though it was no place I knew, or rather, it was every place I had ever known. The trees around me were ancient, their trunks carved with runes that shifted under my gaze. The air hummed faintly. Not the wind, but with a presence, alive and watching. At the centre of the glade stood a tree, taller than the rest, its branches crowned in silver light. The Thorn Tree. I knew her before I even knew the name, its roots coiled into the earth like veins of some great slumbering beast. And there, beside its shadow, she stood. I do not know her name, though I feel it presses against the edge of my thoughts, just out of reach. She was cloaked in greys and silvers, her hair catching the light like threads of a moonlight. In her hand she had the ring. Its braided form pulsed faintly, its surface interwoven with strands of starlight and something darker, something mortal. She looked at me, her gaze unflinching, and though she spoke no words, I knew she was asking me a question. The glade then shifted around us, its edges dissolving into mist. I could feel the hum of the world beneath my feet, threading its way into my chest, binding me to something far greater than myself. The woman stepped closer, placing the ring into my hand. Its weight was far greater than its size suggested, as though it carried the gravity of entire lifetimes. As I gripped it, the vision deepened. I saw a hill shrouded in mist, its peak crowned with a distant star. Around her, figures stood in silent reverence, their robes shimmering with woven light. One figure stepped forward, his voice ringing out like the toll of a bell. Though his words were not spoken in the language of men, I understood them. Cheli tharan sulon imber wimreta lirpir. Soul spiraling into silence, bound by the path of the word. The spiral stretched before me, vast and unyielding, its thread shimmering with a light that defied time. I saw figures walking in its path, their forms flickering like echoes of memory. Each step they took bound them tighter to the spiral, their sacrifices etched into the thread. Yet their names faded as they walked, dissolving into the word's flow, leaving behind only their truths. The vision shifted once more, and I saw a child, a young girl with eyes like storm clouds, her hands cradling the braided ring. The word's threads twisted around her, binding her to the spiral in ways both beautiful and tragic. She turned her gaze towards me, and in that moment I felt the weight of 1,000 lives pressing against my chest. When I awoke, my breath was shallow. My body was damp with sweat, and I reached instinctively for the scroll, though it remained untouched on my desk. The dream's images still burned behind my eyes. The glade, the thorn tree, the woman, the child, the spiral. They were not merely visions, but truths, distant yet inextricably tied to the path I now find myself upon. I cannot claim to fully understand them, but I know that they were not mine alone. They are part of something far greater, threads woven into the tapestry of the world itself. I write these words now not as a record, but as a confession. The scroll I found beneath the altar has awakened something in me, something I cannot fear to turn away from. Its truths have lodged themselves within my soul, their resonance growing louder with each passing moment. The word does not let go once it has chosen, and I know that the spiral's call will find me again. Perhaps in my dreams, perhaps in the waking world. Though I do not know where this path will lead, I can feel its pull, faint but insistent, drawing me towards something vast and infinite. The bell tolls faintly in the distance, its sound neither mournful nor welcoming, but resonant with truth. It calls those who listen, and I find I cannot turn away. I leave this writing as both a testament and a warning to those who may come after me. If you find the scroll, take care in reading it. The word does not choose lightly, and its price is always exacting. Signed with faith and trembling, Brother Felric.